What up, Depth Chart? It's your boy, young broadcaster Jared Young, here on the set of the 2 Point Perspective with my co-host Miles on the mic, Miles Sweeney, for episode 48. And today's episode is brought to you by the 2026 U.S. Hobby Horse Championships. Get your tickets now for the USHHC happening August 1st, 2026 at Legacy Center Sports Complex in Brighton, Michigan.
Make sure you
Miles.
cop them so you can see one of us.
Yeah. Well, that might be 2027.
That's true.
Is what
Yeah.
we're looking at. Miles, how are you doing, man? Before we get into hobby horsing, how was your week?
My week was fine.
Good.
Got back from DC.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's
that's
just been
right.
a
You were
chill
on a
little
trip,
week.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Right
Yeah.
on.
I saw a lot of history there, and we all know on this show that I am not good with history.
Yeah. Did you learn anything?
They love their pillars over there. You know, like with the White House, like a lot of pillar buildings.
So that's what you took away.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why Miles is terrible
Yeah.
at history. All right. Well, we're gonna jump right into our dual threat bet. We don't have a dual threat bet this week, right? The NFL season has not started yet, but it will begin next week, and we will be hopping right back into full swing into the dual threat bet. Super excited about that. But we have officially decided, right? We're official now? Okay, we have officially decided on our punishment for Dual Threat Bet Season 3. Super excited about this one.
Yes.
You guys know that I have been waiting for this for a long time. We were doing a little bit of hobby horsing research. We were looking around. We were trying to find out, okay, what can we do out here that is there anything in California? Is there something happening here in Reno at Livestock Event Center? What is happening around town that we could, or close by, that we could do something like this for the punishment? Well, the only thing that we discovered is that the U.S. Hobby Horsing Championship actually happens in Brighton, Michigan. That's the only competition that we could find.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Yeah, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Not a huge deal, because we can still do the punishment even if we don't go to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in order to qualify for the U.S. Hobby Horsing Championship, you have to create a video of yourself performing dressage. And there's all kinds of regulations, like you have to set up a specific size space. You have to have numbers set up for different things. And you have to do very specific activities while in this video. It's very complex.
Yeah.
And so, essentially, the loser of our Dual Threat Bet Season 3 will create a video trying to qualify for the U.S. Hobby Horsing Championship in 2027, which should take place in August, I believe.
August 1st.
But it's all going to work out, because let's see, at the end of our Dual Threat Bet season, right, that should be the Super Bowl, which will be February 14th, right, Valentine's Day. And I believe that we start, qualification videos will start being accepted on February 15th. So it's it's kind of fate. I mean, it all kind of works out. So we'll have to move kind of quick as soon as the season is over. We'll have to get our hobby horse on. And whoever loses will be participating in the video. And if we discussed this before the show, if one of us qualifies, if the loser qualifies, we're all going to Michigan.
Yep.
We're all going to Michigan, and we're going to participate in the U.S. Hobby Horsing Championship. However that works out, we'll have to see. I'm certainly no hobby horsing expert.
I don't think
Miles,
none of us are. Yeah.
Miles is a big hobby horsing guy, so he's probably destined to qualify.
Some would call it my hobby.
This will not be a cheap venture for us if one of us qualifies, but I'm down for it. I'm here for it. I think it's going to be so awesome. And we also talked about this. You can't throw the competition.
You have to try.
If we're going to go, we're going to full send it, and we're going to try to win. And so, to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what this video will look like, what this
qualifying
tryout video is going to look like, we took a clip from somebody else. So John, let's see it. This is just dressage.
And you can see the setup with the different letters. I believe the C is where the judges are supposed to be when we were reading up on it. Very elegant, very graceful. Shout out to whoever this is, too. She's not horsing around.
She is not horsing around. She is, in fact, hobby horsing around.
Yeah. Look at her go.
This is Soleil Hobby Horses on YouTube. So if you're interested in checking her out, Soleil, Soleil.
Something else that I was curious about. So there is an 11 and under category, but then there's also an all ages. So they do not discriminate against age. So it does not matter that I'm almost 30 and that Miles is almost 24.
Yeah, I'll be turning 24 this year. Yeah.
Yeah. So the age does not matter. Look, she's clearly a pro though.
Look at that that pros.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure this out. There's got to be some practice, right? I mean, we're genuinely trying to qualify.
Yeah, and even like with the tryout video, we can't just be like fucking around.
Well, and it's really less of a punishment because if you lose, I want you to qualify.
Yeah,
I want to go.
Yeah,
I think
that would be fun. And John even said earlier,
I'm gonna put my whole heart into it.
It's just still a great story to tell.
Well, and imagine
if you're able to go and
win, like we could just have the hobby horsing trophy here on set. Like that would be so awesome.
I'm sure people would be pissed that we just we stumble in there and we take away their grace.
Though, dude. Look at how graceful she is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like everybody to take a moment to appreciate the form in her trotting. She is really emulating like a show horse in a lot of ways.
Can you get up? Can you kick that high, Miles?
We're gonna find out.
Well, it's funny because all of the punishments up until this point have kind of been preparing you for a physical activity like this.
Right.
Yeah. The conditioning.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Maybe we should go back to our weekly punishment, Miles. Maybe you're gonna have to.
I know, because Lord knows I lose that every week. So
you're gonna have to do some more wall sits, Miles. I like how I'm just assuming that you're gonna lose season 3.
I think that's why you're so excited about this, because you keep envisioning me having to do the punishment.
It's gonna. Yeah,
but then, like, your walls are going to come crashing down when
and I got
lose.
beat so bad in season 1.
I was having to throw you some bones.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't care either way, though. I'll still put my whole heart into it. Now, this is specifically dressage. This is not jumping. And if we do get there, that person is also going to have to do jumping, because you don't even have to qualify for that. It's just a $5 buy-in for that specific event. I'll pay the $5 for you.
Yeah.
It looks like this is just pure form.
Yeah,
everything here is just a display of your form. I just want to, because she did write here in the.
And we were talking about the Mr. White has ADHD video before too.
She did put in the description here. I'd like to share my qualifying test for GP dressage. What do you think? So let's just take a look at some of the comments here and see what some of the feedback was. You're like one of the best hobby horsers on YouTube. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
High
that
praise.
Makes me feel better.
Yeah.
It makes me feel a lot better.
So this is something you'll have to watch multiple times to prepare.
Right.
Why does that make you feel better?
Well, because I'm not sure that we could do it that well, and if they're saying that she's like the top, that means we could still fall into like.
So you think
middle
you could like get
and,
close to matching that?
I
be
don't,
like good enough.
I don't. That's why I feel better, because if she's at the top, right?
Oh,
you don't have to be at the top to qualify. I'm just looking for like middle tier, right?
Yeah.
I'm also seeing a lot of comments here saying that she's first place material. So
for now.
Well, yeah, we obviously we haven't looked at the
rest of the competition.
Yeah, but
it could be
people
steep.
Feel pretty confident in her abilities, so this is probably going to be a good reference point.
Okay.
I mean, look at Mr. White right there. He's kind of galloping in his own way.
Right. Yeah, he's getting his hobby horse
on.
All right. Well, let's move on from the dual threat bet. We will obviously come back to this. I'm sure we'll talk about it many more times throughout the rest of the season. But the NFL is around the corner, but we are not done talking about the NBA.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff is happening in the NBA. Lots of stuff for us to chat about.
Yeah.
So let's kick it off. LeBron James, this happened right after we finished recording the show last week, so we didn't get to talk about it. But LeBron James signs a 2-year, $8 million deal with the 76ers. So LeBron James going to Philly.
Yeah. My first thought, when I first saw it, I was just like, why? I didn't fully understand it. I was still on the Warriors, Cleveland, maybe even the Heat train. Because I kind of knew he wasn't going to go somewhere and sign a lucrative deal. Like he was
just
going to
continues to tarnish his legacy.
We'll have to wait and see. Because like I think the longer he does this, it's just hurting him more in the long run. But I will say, as more time has passed, I've kind of warmed up to the idea of him going to Philly because that's a pretty damn good starting five. You're looking at, you got Maxey. They just got Jaylen Brown. Embiid is Embiid. You're going to add LeBron in there, and they have some good depth pieces too. So we're going to have to wait and see. But, I mean, I think if he's not going to win one this year, I think he should hang it up.
I hope that all of their personalities clash so bad that they just crash.
Well, because, I mean, from your perspective.
That's my hope as a...
From your perspective as a Celtics fan, of course you would want that. Now, I do like LeBron. If he were to end his career winning the chip, I'd be happy for him. I would root for him in the finals, unless it's against the Suns. We all know the Suns are going to the finals.
Right after they trade for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, round 2, baby.
What year is it? Is it 2009? The Suns are going to the finals?
No, they were pretty dog shit around that time. But yeah, I think I've warmed up to this idea or this signing for sure. I mean, do you have any thoughts on it outside of being a Philly hater?
I do think that it just continues to tarnish his career. I mean, he can't seem to stay anywhere and win. And the more and more that I look at the Jordan versus LeBron debate for like the GOAT, LeBron is just not the GOAT. And you and I were talking on the phone about this the other day. I just don't believe that LeBron is the GOAT.
Well, and I want to preface something.
I don't think he ever can be, especially now.
Yeah. I want to preface something with some of the recent clips that have gotten some traction.
Yeah, because you were kind of getting torn up in the comments.
I would say it's more 50-50. It was pretty divided between the Jordan winning with Scottie or not. But I want to preface, I was not making the argument that LeBron is the GOAT by saying that. Because before you said I was talking out of my ass, I was going to say the same thing that a lot of people pointed out in that comment section too of, well, does LeBron win without Kyrie, Wade, Bosh, Kevin Love? No, he doesn't. So, like, that's not specific to MJ. Yeah. So that's not specific to Michael Jordan. But I just want to clear the air. Honestly, I think the GOAT debate, I'm hanging it up for that. I don't care anymore because it's just different eras.
Have an opinion on it?
I
don't.
Go
back to this. You want to get back into it?
Well, you said it yourself the other day. Like, I never watched Jordan. I wasn't alive. I was still swimming in the but
primordial soup.
Yes. So I wasn't there for that. LeBron's been in the league as long as I've been alive. So, recency bias would lead me to believe that I would say that he is the GOAT, but I'm not going to put my stake in that. So, getting off topic here, and I would even say if he wins one in Philly and retires, I'm still not going to pound the table saying he's the GOAT.
I think also, at least from what I've been able to tell, the community generally agrees with your take, Jared, that this move only serves to tarnish his legacy more than raise it up.
Right. Yeah, he could have retired and done more for his career than going to Philly, I think.
Yeah, and I'm when we talk about is X or Y player greater, I want to have a more in-depth discussions outside of rings. So, but in Jordan's case, he wins 6 undefeated in the finals with one team.
Well, here's something else. So LeBron played in, twice as many seasons as Jordan almost.
Just about.
And
it's been on, this is his 4th team.
Jordan has 100 more 40-point games than LeBron does.
He has, say that again? He has
almost like 98 more 40-point games than LeBron.
He's a volume scorer.
Yeah.
I mean, LeBron, he can take over a game in terms of scoring, but he's always been a bit more all around. So, but yeah, like, that's why I say even if LeBron wins one this year, he's still going to be one shy of Jordan. And then you're going to look at, well, he won 2 in Miami, one in Cleveland, one in LA. If he's going to win one in Philly, it's hard to argue that with the Jordan one where he's undefeated and he did it all with Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that stat line also like, it doesn't it speak more to Jordan's skill that when he was playing basketball it was way less offensively favored than
Correct.
the game is now?
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, you could
Yeah.
get away with a lot more on defense.
LeBron would never have survived in Jordan's era.
I think LeBron could have. I think he could have played well in that era.
Right.
He's still physically imposing, but like we said last time, with the way the league operates and is officiated now, he's just leaning into that side of the flopping and the exaggerating and all that because that's what's going to get rewarded.
Yeah.
But I think LeBron is physically imposing enough to have played well in that era.
You know, there was an All-Star game. LeBron and Kobe were on different sides, and LeBron would not go one-on-one with Kobe.
We're talking about
He
the All-Star game here.
refused. Kobe always took the All-Star game seriously, though.
That's the Mamba mentality,
Always.
yeah.
It is.
Mhm.
That's also why I don't think that Bron is better than Kobe.
Well, okay, hold on. To be fair, Mike Tyson also refused to discuss, his skill against somebody like Muhammad Ali. But that doesn't mean that he wasn't a better boxer. I think there's like maybe a certain level of respect you have for the larger names that came before you.
Maybe.
I think this is a debate that'll never be put to rest.
Yeah.
Unless LeBron wins 2, if he finishes his contract with Philly and wins 2 in a row, then I think this will always be up in the air. So, but moving on from that, LeBron, he's going to Philly. He's not going to Golden State, and maybe Curry wants out because of that. We're seeing a lot of rumors that him and the front office are not on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And the greatest shooter of all time may be on the move. And I think Golden State should just pull the trigger and do this.
And send him?
Yes. 'Cause
Interesting.
you can still get good value for him.
Well, here's the thing. They're going to go into rebuild in like a year anyway.
See, this is why I think they should have not rehired Steve Kerr. I think you commit to the rebuild entirely by getting a new head coach and sending Curry on his way.
Well, so let's just talk about Golden State as a whole for a second. Draymond Green just got brought back on a 1-year, $27.7 million.
And that was the exact same player option that he declined when they were still in the LeBron surge.
Which is nuts.
It is.
It is insane that they're going to bring him back on that amount of money at his age.
Yeah.
And now instead they're thinking about sending Curry away in this offensive league. That's nuts.
I just don't know. I mean, and they still got Jimmy Butler. The thing is like they're showing a bit of a win now mentality, but I don't think you didn't get LeBron.
They're not.
You're not going to get Anthony
win now.
Davis. So that's why I will lean to the side of trade Curry while he still has value.
Yeah.
Especially if there's like bad blood or like
I don't think they should have brought Draymond back. Lean into the rebuild.
Yeah, I agree. Fully commit to it.
Yeah, lean into the rebuild. All right, let's talk about some landing spots for Curry.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, we discussed it a little bit. You brought up one that was interesting. And you said Charlotte because he is a Carolina boy. And I believe his dad played there. Is that correct? Mr. Wardell Curry? Don't quote me on that, but I know that he has close ties to Carolina. John's going to Google this for us. Now, I just don't see why Curry would want to go there given Charlotte's situation right now.
I mean, I could see Charlotte making an aggressive move for him, especially since they just moved on from Melo, right? So I think it does make sense. Another candidate that I could see would be San Antonio, right?
That would be
after Fox's
sick.
abysmal playoff run.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
yeah.
John.
Del Curry played for the Charlotte Hornets for most of his career. He played for Utah, Cleveland, and Milwaukee in short stints, and then capped off his career playing for Toronto. But the majority was Charlotte.
Because Curry was a kid going to those games, so he was always in Charlotte. Another team, I really like the Spurs one. But I just don't know if San Antonio would do that because you're going to have to.
You talk about a team that's in win now, though.
But are they going to be willing to ship? I feel like you're going to have to include Fox in this deal. Not as
probably,
like a
probably Fox and a first-round pick.
But you don't think Stephon Castle or Vassell is going to be in that too?
Curry is worth that much?
If you're in win now career, if you're in win now mode, you can convince yourself of a lot of things.
I just wonder, like, how are these other NBA teams valuing him? I mean, obviously, it's hard because it's Steph Curry, right? But
he's older.
But he's older,
injury prone.
Exactly. He's injury prone. He's still a great shooter.
Oh yeah,
not the same as he once was. And honestly, what does he have? A year, maybe 2 left in his career. I mean, how much? How
old is he? 37. He's up there in the 30s. Yeah. But I think a guy like Curry, just as the pure volume shooter that he is, I think he can play for a while longer.
Yeah. Well, and I think if he has the pieces like San Antonio does, then he doesn't have to do everything, right?
Yeah.
He's probably going to stay healthier.
Right.
I think that would be a great move for him. But do the Warriors also want to send him, keep him in the West? Like, no. That's another discussion. And so, another one that I saw that was brought up was Boston.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Boston's going to be willing to part ways with Peyton Pritchard plus picks.
Yeah.
Like that would probably have to be the deal there, and I just don't see that happening. So
yeah. So I mean, other than those teams, like, I truly don't know. I have no idea.
Someone also threw out Miami.
I was going to say Miami, but I don't know.
Miami's got so much. It's so. I mean, their cap has to be massive right now.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that stems from the idealization of him playing with Giannis, because that was always there when he was in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's just a bit of favoritism there for that matchup or that duo to come together. I don't see Miami. I think they've settled for the offseason with the big moves with Giannis. Yeah. So
I think so too. I don't think Miami's going to make any other huge blockbuster trades like that.
Yeah, so I mean, unless you're going to send him to basketball hell like in Sacramento or Utah, I don't know, because it's the level of sending him to a contender,
right,
but having it, work
I
out.
Think San Antonio makes a lot of sense.
I think so too.
I think San Antonio.
I think that would be fun. That would be fun to watch.
But moving on, let's talk about another trade. Kawhi Leonard. This trade is still not gone through.
Yeah.
It is currently on hold as his investigation continues to move forward and could now, they're saying, go into 2027.
Yeah.
Which would pretty much, I think that would stop Kawhi from playing in this upcoming season, right? That could be huge for him, right? He doesn't have, I can't imagine that he also has that many seasons left in him, and to take a season off, he'd probably just end up having to retire at that point.
Right.
The NBA says they remain hopeful that the investigation could be done by the end of the summer. The league is investigating whether or not the Clippers tried to circumvent the salary cap by paying Kawhi under the table through their business partner, Aspiration.
Mm-hmm.
If found guilty, the team could face $7.5 million in penalties, forfeiture of draft picks, the voiding of player contracts, and suspension of up to a year for team personnel. So some big punishments coming down the pipeline if the Clippers are found guilty by the NBA. And, for me, though, my biggest question, I mean, the Clippers are going to continue on, right?
Yeah.
But is this going to be the end of Kawhi's career if
he can't play?
If he can't play, right?
Yeah. Because, I mean, if he's taking a year off, nobody's going to throw the bag at him after that. You're going to go somewhere on a vet minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think he still has enough juice in the tank, but he's injury prone as well.
I was going to say he's had his own case of the injury bug. So,
And I'm sorry, $7.5 million in fines. That's such
nothing.
a slap on the wrist.
It is. It's nothing these days.
Now the rest of it is justified,
right?
But you got to be at least in the double digits.
But I mean, you're talking about draft picks, which is huge, right? Voiding player contracts, that could also be huge. So, we'll have to see. And if coaches or GMs or anything like that end up getting suspended, that could also be a big hit for the Clippers, who frankly have not been very impressive and are trying to get back on track right now.
Right. Yeah, they were close 5 years ago, and then they just haven't hit that ceiling ever since then. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of stake on the line,
right,
in terms of Kawhi and if he's gonna play in Toronto, if he's even gonna be able to play for the Clippers. All that punishment too. I mean, but this has been going on for a while. We've known about this scandal for quite some time.
Well, and like I said, the NBA is hoping that they can get it done before the end of the summer. But as we know, these leagues do not move quickly.
Yeah.
And again, most people are saying right now that they think that this investigation is going to go into 2027. So
probably, I mean, unless they're going to come clean and admit to guilt, which there's never going to happen, then they're going to ride this out as long as possible.
Right. Well, moving on from the NBA, we're just going to touch on the WFA.
Yes.
We're not going to go too deep into it, but the WFA championship happened this last weekend.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yeah, we were a week ahead. No big deal.
Yeah.
We just didn't talk about it last week. But the Minnesota Vixen have won their very first ever WFA title, defeating the Pittsburgh Passion. Miles, can you take a guess on what that score was? We talked about this. We talked about the American Conference. Can you tell me what that score was?
It was 42-14.
Yeah, 42-14. Almost basically a blowout.
It was a million to nothing.
Yeah, and we talked about this, that whoever won between Salt Lake and Minnesota was going to win the championship. Yeah. And I think that this score reflects that. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, I mean,
not to say anything against Pittsburgh. They're a great team.
Yeah, they had a good season.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like you're fighting such an uphill battle.
Yeah.
And everything would have had to have gone their way. The ball having to bounce a certain way, just the Vixen would have had to beat themselves for Pittsburgh to win.
Right.
And they're just too good. They were too polished, especially offensively, to let that happen.
It's a veteran team, man.
Yeah.
They're a veteran team with lots and lots of experience. They've been there a bunch of times. They just haven't secured the bag. And so they finally did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's move on from the WFA. Congratulations to the Minnesota Vixen, but it is time for one of my favorite segments. We have not done this in a very long time. But we only do it on special occasions.
Yes.
And this week is a special occasion.
Yeah.
Our boy Tony Romo
being a little naughty.
Yeah. And so you guys know what that means. It's time for stat line or DUI. And let's chat a little bit about this before we get into this, because we got a couple clips for you guys, but this is pretty hilarious. I mean, he gets pulled over. He's coming from a golf tournament. He tells them that he's coming from a golf tournament. He's all over the place. I mean, he's trying to call his lawyer. They're telling him to step out of the vehicle. And I was curious about this because I didn't know where the law landed with this. Like, can you call your lawyer in the middle of a traffic stop? You cannot, by the way. You cannot call your lawyer during a traffic stop. You have to comply because you're not technically being. It's a temporary detainment,
right?
Is what it is, and so you're not technically being arrested. So you don't have the right to an attorney if you're not being detained. And so he's sitting there. He asks like 20 times, well, "What? I can't call my lawyer. I can't call my lawyer right now."
Yeah.
And she keeps telling him, the officer, she keeps saying, "No, you cannot. No, you cannot. I need you to step out of the vehicle." Well, eventually they get him out of the vehicle.
And this is where shit gets good.
It is hilarious because they're like talking to him about doing the field sobriety test. He's all over the place with that. He's like asking if he can stretch during before he does it. Which is just hilarious. He's talking about his back injuries and all this other stuff. At one point, he declines the breathalyzer test, which that is just.
And ironically enough, he said that citing legal advice. He was like, I hear lawyers say to never never approve of that, to never take the breathalyzer.
Yeah, that did not help his situation at all. Not only that, but at the very end, it's hilarious. He asks them, he's like, "So did I pass the sobriety test?" And she goes, "Can you turn around for me?" And he goes, "I guess not."
Yeah.
Turns around. But we got some funny clips for you. This first one is gonna be him asking if he can call his lawyer. So let's get that one.
How many drinks have you had? You're coming from a golf course?
I'm playing a golf tournament in Wisconsin State Amateur.
Okay.
So it's like a USGA event.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna run you through some fields.
What's that mean?
Field sobriety tests. Are you willing to take any field sobriety tests?
Call my lawyer and then I'm going to go ahead and fill it if that's okay.
I'm sorry?
Do you want me to field sobriety
Yes.
test
You're
right now?
denying to step out of the vehicle pending fields?
I'm just going to call my lawyer.
Okay. Step out of the vehicle.
I'm going to call my lawyer.
No. Step out of the vehicle.
I'm not allowed to.
Step out of the vehicle.
So you're going to take me through.
Field sobriety test.
I'm still allowed to call my lawyer, right?
You're not.
I'm not allowed
Nope.
to.
Step out of the vehicle.
You can hear how irritated she is getting.
Oh yeah.
24.
I'll take an additional 1017. He's
I'm okay
not
doing
stepping
it,
out of
but
the vehicle for
I'll
fields.
do it. I'm just saying that I'm not allowed to call my lawyer for
Any available squad can head to backward 3,000 on the backup
I'm
support
not
317.
allowed to. I'm not.
You are pending an OWI with an investigation.
543.
Operating while. All right. How many?
Oh man.
What seems to be the officer problem. Now,
He really said, "What is that?"
Oh yeah.
Now, when I was watching these, and we have another one to get to, but like he doesn't seem to be, obviously, like over video, it's a lot different. And like I have the statements from the officer herself of like the suspicion, but he didn't seem to be like that drunk, or like I could have seen that and been like, he doesn't seem drunk at all.
Yeah, but like,
Evidently he was.
I mean,
but
we've been watching Tony Romo on screen for years, whether that's like in a press conference or on screen. He's
We've heard
pretty
his-
sharp. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like, we know. We know.
I think you can.
And if he's like, she knows too.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
and
she knows who he is.
because she said that
He's swerving all over the road.
yeah, so
like,
alleged traffic violations, including unsafe passing and lane deviations. She reported signs consistent with intoxication, including red, glassy eyes and the odor of alcohol, even though he reportedly said he had not been drinking. And
I love that he
shit
says
hit the fan
zero.
after that. Yeah.
He doesn't even, he's not even like, oh yeah, one.
Well, and something else too was that he also got found with an open container in his car.
Oh yeah.
So that's just
forgot about
signing the
that.
death warrant there, because even if you weren't drunk, that's still against the law. So
Oh, you know, he was in Wisconsin.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, you can have an open container of cheese, but you can't have liquor in there. But then we do have one more video, correct,
yeah, John,
to
let's,
show right
let's
here.
roll these are the field sobriety
Now,
tests.
before you start this, another clip that was hilarious was when they were talking about like what he has to do for this test, and he was like, "So, do I need to keep my shoes on or off?" And she's like, "What do you want to do?" And he's like, "I want to do what you want me to do." And then
love,
it cuts to him being barefoot. So
I love
he
that.
chose to be barefoot for this test.
I love that she's like, yeah, heel to toe,
And he does not do
These
that.
are full ass strides.
Yeah.
Let's run it, John.
With your feet together and your hands down at your side. Do not do anything until I tell you. Do you understand? I'm going to make a couple of passes, okay? Top of my pen.
So what am I doing? Just tell me.
This one's hilarious.
Looking at it, or
You're going to look at the top of my pen. Stimulus, okay?
And this is so bad too. I mean, he's
am I supposed to move my head, or am I supposed to keep it square?
Would you like the instructions one more time, sir?
I think I got you.
Okay.
I'm trying to do it right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
9 seconds.
9 seconds.
It doesn't help that he kind of has the face of the town drunk.
Of an alcoholic.
yeah.
9 heel to toe steps.
9 heel to toe steps. Those are full strides.
Submit to a PPT?
What is that?
Machine that you blow in. It does not determine the results of
Oh,
my
no,
test.
we're not doing that.
Okay.
I've already heard from all the lawyers, don't ever do that.
Okay.
So
All right.
we're not going to do that.
Okay. All right, sir.
Did I pass this test?
You can turn around.
No, I didn't. Can I use my phone real quick? Because there's a plane taking off.
You're
My
under
parents are
arrest
there.
for
Okay.
operating
We'll
while
get to
under
that.
the influence, okay?
Oh man.
So there's one thing I want to add real quick, because he does point out that lawyers say to never do a breathalyzer. That is pretty common legal advice.
Is
and
it?
It is, and it
Okay.
it can help you down the road in terms of fighting
Yeah.
the DUI.
Mm-hmm.
But what it also does, just in case anybody out here is ever considering doing this, is it actually gives the officers more probable cause to
Right.
detain you. So
Mhm.
so while you might be protecting yourself down the road if you are breaking the law, it's a pretty surefire way to get detained.
And they're also taking you back and blood testing you immediately.
Yeah, and they
they
did that to him too.
You're
Mhm.
still getting tested. Like it's not
Yeah.
not gonna turn out well.
Authorities then sought a warrant for a chemical test as permitted under Wisconsin law.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he was drinking, but I mean, I'm all for if you know you did nothing wrong, just comply and if he truly had nothing to drink, at least in my opinion, you're going to get off more scot-free knowing you're going to blow zeros
Mm-hmm.
opposed to, well, my lawyer, the legal advice, and then what John said, that's going to take into effect. So, but another thing is, dude's a millionaire. I mean, give me a break. Order an Uber.
It was a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. I mean, and we see this with all these guys, you know?
Yeah.
Just call an Uber.
One of the
Or
stupidest crimes
Have
these
your
athletes
car
commit.
service come pick you up. Don't tell me that you don't have someone that can come pick you up. That's
It's ridiculous.
All right. But
With that being said,
moving on from Tony Romo, though, we're going to do our stat line or DUI. So, Miles, do you want to kick us off?
yeah, I'll kick us off.
Okay. And if you guys don't remember how stat line or DUI works, real quick, we're going to say a number. It's going to be point whatever, right? And the other has to guess whether it's a stat line or it's a DUI.
Yeah.
So,
So I will kick us off with 2.12.
2.12, huh? I'm going to guess that is a DUI, Miles.
It is a stat line.
Really?
That is Tony Romo's touchdown to interception ratio throughout his career.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it possible to blow a 2.12?
No,
without
it is not.
No,
You
it
would
is
be
not.
dead.
Yeah, you would be dead.
But you know what? Sometimes these are tricky, and sometimes
Yeah, okay.
Miles and I will throw things in there to mess with
Because
each other.
there are other drug-related ones.
All right, Miles. 0.75.
I'm gonna say that's a DUI.
That is Tony Romo's interceptions per game.
Oh, okay.
117 interceptions.
So we're in the same park here.
117 interceptions across 156 games.
Wow. Yeah. So that 0.75.
0.75, yeah.
Okay.
Which is not good.
Okay. What about 0.653?
0.653. That's got to be a DUI.
That is Tony Romo's completion percentage.
That's not horrible.
No,
That's-
you're at
that's probably-
65% of your
that's probably
throws?
About the
Yeah.
league average.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I really thought you'd go a different direction there. All right, Miles. 0.139.
I'm gonna say stat line.
That is a DUI. Jim Toth. You know who Jim Toth is?
No.
John, do you know who Jim Toth is?
Nope, not the foggy.
So Jim Toth, the husband of Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, you know what? I did see this.
Reese was not actually arrested for DUI, but instead rather for disorderly conduct and obstruction for justice after her husband blew a .139.
Oh, Reese, what are you doing? Okay.
Tony Romo, DUI.
0.333.
0.333.
Mm-hmm. Repeated.
I know I'm going to get this wrong now because I'm going to say it's a stat line, and I know that your last one was going to be a DUI. There's no way you went 3 stat lines.
No, it is a stat line.
It is.
It is. Do you want to take a guess? It's Tony Romo. What stat line could this be?
The percentage of games that he started without being injured.
That is his playoff winning percentage.
Oh,
he is 2-4 in the playoffs.
Okay, he's 2 and 4. Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say that sounds like a batting average.
It does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a good batting average.
My final one, not Tony Romo related either.
Okay.
0.14.
Stat line.
Nope. That was Justin Bieber in 2014. He was late. It was later concluded that Bieber had weed and Xanax in his system as well.
Oh, the ganja and the ladders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is a pop star.
Yeah, dude knows how to party.
Dude does know how to party.
Yeah.
So that concludes our stat line or DUI.
Where I got none and you got one.
Yeah, did I?
Yeah, you got the last one.
The
Stat
last
line,
one?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are tough though. These are tough because there's some crazy ones out there, and I'll mix it up every once in a while. I like throwing some pills or something like that.
Well, you threw one about like Pablo Escobar in there.
Did I?
I believe, yeah, or like somebody being arrested with a copious amount of drugs.
I think it was Eddie Lacy, wasn't it?
It might have been,
I don't
but
know.
it was like it was over 1.
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
0.08 is the legal limit. So yeah, anything above that is
Twice the legal minute. Have you guys seen that video?
No.
Okay, well, I won't. Yeah, that's hilarious.
But we're gonna move on to the NFL now.
Yes.
The football season is right around the corner, and there is tons and tons of news already, and we're super excited to talk about it. And we're gonna kick it off with a guy that's been in the news quite a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
And this is head coach Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
He met with reporters recently. If you guys don't know, Kyle Shanahan was in a crash. He broke his ribs, busted up his hand, broke his nose, his face, his neck. It's all beat up.
Could have lost an eye.
Yeah, I mean,
close to losing his right eye.
He got pretty fucked up. And initially the report was that that it was the other driver's fault. It was a young girl.
Right.
And Kyle Shanahan met with reporters to clarify that the July 14th accident was his fault.
Mm-hmm.
He said he took his eyes off the road briefly to find his phone, which fell between the seats. When he looked up, he had gone over the line and into the SUV. Shanahan suffered an injured wrist, broken ribs, and a broken nose. Assistant head coach Chris Foster has taken over the head coaching responsibilities, and in the meantime, while Shanahan recovers. So currently, Shanahan is not at practice.
Yeah, they got the interim going, and I think he was. I could be wrong, but I think the reporting said he was only going 20 miles an hour, but because he was leaning down to get his phone, and the head-on crash happened, the airbag is what fucked him up.
Oh, yeah, I believe
because
that.
he was right there, so like face, I'm sure hand was obviously in the vicinity, and his ribs too.
On the steering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what though? Big ups to him for coming clean.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah,
maybe
totally.
legally there was no other recourse. It would have come out regardless. But when it comes to situations where it's like lots of money and high profile versus somebody with little money and no profile, a lot of people I think would try to push that as far as they could to try and get away with as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
And the fact that he came out and basically just like cleared this woman's name.
Absolutely.
Props.
Yeah. And we discussed that yesterday too. Like huge commendation for doing that, because he could have just very easily have been like, I decline to state anything on the matter and let it be at the very least up in the air of whose fault it was. But for him to come out and say like, no, don't attack her. Like, this is my fault.
Well, and John, not everybody felt this way. This is a guy that we talk about all the time. He had some big feelings.
He did.
And decided to put it out there on the internet like the piece of shit that he is. And so, Miles, will you give us the BA comments from this last week?
I was
please?
going to say, John, can you guess who we're talking about?
I was going to guess BA, but I was like, surely, what could he possibly have to add?
Oh,
Well,
he had to add.
Yeah, he has an active imagination, this guy.
So he posted this on what was it on his story or something?
On his
like
Instagram
that?
story. So the first one was, you can't win the race if you crash out. So what could he be talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And then his next story was, keep your head up and stay in your own lane. You gon' win.
Yeah, so BA obviously being a little bit cryptic here, but we
Throwing
all
shot,
know,
or throwing shade.
It's like it was like right after the story broke.
Yeah.
like maybe like a day later. We all know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's just classless, and I don't know if this is true, but I heard something about him showing up to the commander's facility today and then being escorted out by security or something. Like he showed up to training. I don't know if that's true. I'd have to.
I wouldn't
verify
put it
that.
past him.
But honestly, I wouldn't put it past him either. Didn't you say that he just like he bought that $10 million house and then
Yes.
sold it for a loss the next
Yes.
day? He sold it for like
Yeah.
$8 million or
So
something.
he bought a house in Virginia, which is very close to DC,
Mm-hmm.
for $10 million. And 24 hours later, he sold it for $8.5 million. That's stocks right there, baby. Yeah.
That's business.
Losing out on money
That is business.
when you're not getting paid.
I think it's hilarious too because he can't go back to California.
Mm-hmm.
He actually can't go back to California because he still has a warrant out
Yeah.
for his arrest
Yeah.
in Santa Clara County. And so he has to stay on the, well, at least outside of the state
Right.
at the moment. And I just think that's hilarious. I saw that the Washington coaching staff was asked a question the other day. They were doing a press conference and they were asked,
Oh, yeah.
are you when you guys are evaluating players, do you consider their social media postings?
Mm-hmm.
And they just busted up laughing. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what they're asking.
What'd they say?
There, but they said they take everything into consideration. They're like,
Yeah.
it's not the first thing that we take into consideration, but we definitely do look at it, and we want to make sure that someone's a good fit in our locker room and all this other,
It was,
corporate sports jargon.
Yeah.
Um,
Very coach executive speak,
I
but they obviously knew what the reporter was
Yeah,
referring to,
right.
and they had a
Um,
laugh about it. So
I hope that they're not really seriously considering.
I don't
bringing
think
him
so.
in.
I
mean,
don't.
At this point, you gotta just let him dig his own grave.
Yeah.
And,
Here's a fun hypothetical for you guys.
Oh yay!
Okay, so I think it's pretty well accepted at this point in our lives that BA is kind of a scumbag.
Yeah.
And if anybody was on the fence, what you just brought up about, the vague posting should probably cement what most people have been thinking about the kind of person that he is.
right.
Yeah.
But let's just say that he did land a contract somewhere as a starter. How much does this guy have to win in order to essentially clear his name and like refresh his public image?
A lot.
Yeah.
He has to be really good. He has to be like, if he drops one pass,
Yeah.
it is going to be all over the internet. He's going
Yeah.
to get flamed. I don't foresee him coming in and being an average wide receiver. Like he can't afford to.
No, 'cause he's under a microscope
Right.
the moment he signs somewhere.
and as it is, they're going to give him a vet minimum. I'd be surprised if he even saw the field, if someone even gave him a tryout.
Yeah.
He's been off the field for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really tough to come back after being off for as long as he has.
Yeah.
Recovering from the injury that he had, and obviously not recovering fully.
Right.
I just don't know. I don't know.
The odds are stacked against him too much to
Yeah,
where
totally.
what franchise? The only way I could see like him getting signed is if like big name receiver goes down late in the playoffs, and this is just their break glass in case of emergency.
Here's
by
the other
signing
thing,
him
too.
on.
If he gets signed by a team, we're just enabling this kind of behavior.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
just enabling it, and he's already said like, oh well, I'm just gonna keep doing it even if I do get signed by another team. I'm not gonna stop. And so
Right.
like, is that what you want in your locker room?
Couldn't
You
a
know?
team in theory though put like a gag order clause in his
They can put a
contract?
clause in that contract.
They could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would he sign it?
Is
no.
he even gonna read it? I don't know if he read his last one. If the
No.
Niners are able to avoid so much of his contract,
Right. I'm
You
like
know?
concerned. Can he even read at this point? Like, what is going on? I mean, this is the road we're going down. So
It's a shame, man.
it is a shame,
It's really a shame.
but it's a gold mine for this podcast.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like, dude.
I mean, week in and week out, BA is bringing us great content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I should have pulled some more BA clips for us for this week, but we were cruising through some good stuff. So
we can pull a clip of that guy till the end of time.
yeah. Don't worry, we'll have more for you guys.
Yeah,
There'll be more BA content. All right, moving on from the man himself, though, we're gonna talk about another 49ers wide receiver in Ricky Pearsall.
Mm-hmm.
He came back from injury. Obviously, he had a PCL injury last season. It kept him on and off the field all season long, and he just wasn't really able to fully recover. And now he's going into training camp, and his knee is swelling. And now I've heard reports today that he may not play in this upcoming season for the entire season.
Are you serious?
Just so that he can actually
just as a
recover from it.
precaution? Wow. I mean,
You know, who's to say? Who's to say, right? Maybe they trot him out there anyway, but I think they're seeing a lot of potential from the rookie wide receivers right now.
and they got Mike Evans,
yeah.
Christian Kirk, and then what was the name of the rookie you guys drafted?
Stribling.
Yeah.
I'm watching some videos of this guy, and he really seems to be top notch, and so I'm really excited to see what the future holds for him.
Yeah, well, you're not strapped in the receiver room to force him out there, so.
Right. I mean, yeah, Stribling is big. He's quick. It seems like his connection with Brock Purdy is growing really strong, and so I foresee them doing what's best for the health of Ricky Pearsall, and like you said, not rushing him out there. So
yeah, if you wanna talk one more player, well, I fixed the TikTok live.
Oh, I think this one's yours actually. I'm gonna grab.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
His timeline's matching up with the regular season, so he's coming back from a scary non-contact injury to his ACL, and
yeah, which is great because we were hearing some negative stuff earlier, and where they didn't even know like what his timeline was going to look like. But that could have also just been John Harbaugh being vague.
Yeah, I mean that's a veteran coach right there. So you see the videos of him doing these drills with OBJ. It's kind of beautiful to see. I'm sure as a Giants fan, it's like, you get the teacher and the student right there. So, but yeah, I mean, Malik Neighbors looking to build off that special rookie season, and hopefully his ACL isn't going to limit him too much because he's still young and very quick. That's a big part of his game, and it's going to be more in his favor as opposed to a guy like Tyreek Hill at this point in their career. So, curious to see where he's going to go in fantasy. Who's gonna take the risk on him? But
it's not going to be me.
Yeah, it won't be me either.
It's not going to be me. I'll tell you that.
Unless I'm like very desperate.
Unless he falls to like the 8th round or something like that, and I can just throw him on my bench.
Right.
It's not going to be me.
Yeah.
But Browns cornerback Denzel Ward signed a big deal recently, $62.2 million for 2 years, on a deal that makes him the highest paid defensive back in NFL history.
Patrick Surtain, and I said this yesterday, Pat Surtain's deal is getting better and better.
Yes.
Because former Defensive Player of the Year, still playing at the top of his game, and I don't even believe top 5 paid corner in the league anymore.
Right.
As of right now. So Denver cashed in with that.
Is destroyed.
Yeah, and Denzel Ward is a good player. He's been a good player, but I don't.
He's worth $62.2 million for 2 years, though.
He's resetting the market with that deal. So I'm curious to see if a lot of these teams who have young corners, coming up on the end of their rookie deal, saying, "Well, we need to jump on this now,
right? Because
it's just going to get worse."
Yeah, I mean, 31 million a year.
Right.
That's gross.
Yeah.
There's another guy, and I don't know if you have this, but Chris Olave also got signed to an extension today.
Oh, he did. I didn't see this.
Yeah, I'm not. I have the details on my phone, but my phone's being used for the live at the moment. But if
Well,
you want to pull that, I'll
look
jump
it
on
up.
to our next one.
But I mean, that one's kind of also. Sorry to interrupt. That's
you're
that's a
good.
byproduct of these receivers getting these huge contracts too.
Right.
Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Alec Pierce.
Right.
These guys are getting lucrative deals. So you're getting Chris Olave was a first-round pick, correct? So I mean, regardless, coming up at the end of his rookie deal, signing a 4-year extension worth up to $132 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, you're just bucking with the trends of the NFL, and when these players are resetting the market or inflating it for position groups, teams jump on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Miles, do you want to take the next one as well?
Yeah, I mean, speaking of highest paid X in history, Jalen Carter signs a 4-year, $152 million extension worth up to $160 in incentives with $106 guaranteed. That's a lot of cheddar.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of cheddar for his cheesesteak.
Let's see if he can keep his spit in his mouth.
Yeah, exactly. So Dak Prescott is his sworn enemy now. That's $38 million a year, highest paid defensive tackle in history.
$38 million a year to spit in Dak Prescott's face. I'd take that.
And miss the game. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to play.
Yeah, cash your check for a little Hawk Tua. So, but yeah, I mean,
spit on that thing.
But he's a good player. He's a dominant player.
Yeah,
and he's a pivotal part of that defensive line.
And they need all the help they can get.
Yeah, and I mean that's the risk you take with. He had the character concerns when he was drafted. With I believe it was the car situation or whatever, fleeing the scene. My memory doesn't serve me correctly, but there were those issues going in. You see it with the spitting incident. You're taking. I don't want to say you're taking a risk by signing him to this because he is productive, but get the behavior in check so that.
I mean,
you can.
It kind of reminds me of Ndamukong Suh.
A little bit, yeah.
And Ndamukong Suh got away with little shit like that all the time.
I would say
he just stand on a player's ankle.
Ndamukong Suh was more dirty than Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter just has like the character concern.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a character concern for Ndamukong Suh too. But but because of his
like the behavior.
Yeah, but because of how productive he was, nobody ever
turn a blind eye.
Right, exactly. Nobody ever batted an eye.
But
one more defensive tackle that we want to talk about here is Vita Vea.
Yeah.
He requested a trade out of Tampa Bay. The man has been there for a long time, and he wants out. Sources say his preferred destinations are San Francisco and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, he wants to go to the West Coast. Now,
I even heard the Rams, but I don't think the Rams are going to pull the trigger with the current cap that they have because they'd also have to sign him to a new deal.
Right. Yeah, you just got Myles Garrett. Aaron Donald could be coming back too. Yeah, so San Francisco, God, please don't do that.
Please.
What do you think?
We could really use the help up the middle.
What do you think the compensation would be?
Man, I don't know. Probably draft picks. I mean.
Well, yeah, but like what pick?
Maybe they'd send like a lower round guy. He's aging, but he's still productive. I'd probably say a second. I don't think I could go as high as a first. I think that would be a mistake. So
no, yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't send.
You could even give multiple picks if you wanted to give like a second and a third or something like that. Yeah, plus a bench player or something like that.
Yeah. Just don't go to San Francisco, please. Lord knows this division does not need to get better. But I am intrigued with Vegas. I think that's an interesting one.
My only thing with Vegas is that they spent a lot of money this offseason.
They've spent a lot of money.
I don't know how much more they're willing to spend to renegotiate a new contract over there, or if they want, if they're willing to put that together. We'll just have to see. I think that would be a great move for them if they can afford it.
Him and Max Crosby.
The thing is, the Raiders are not in a win now.
Right.
They're about, I'd say, halfway through this rebuild.
Yeah.
So he's not going to a contender. You know what I mean?
Well,
I think the Raiders will have a good season. I think that they're going to continue to have good seasons over the next couple of years, but they're not winning right now.
Yeah, and I mean you're not going to know what you have in Mendoza this year because Kirk Cousins, barring like just shitty play, is going to be the starter.
Right.
So
as it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the mold that teams need to follow more often. What you saw it with Jordan Love sitting behind Rodgers. You're going to see it with Mendoza sitting behind Kirk Cousins. you're not throwing these guys out there and getting them shell shocked. So, but yeah, I agree. I think the timeline just doesn't match up that well, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't. I mean, could he go to God forbid Seattle or the Chargers? Like, 'cause I'm thinking strictly
I
West
think he wants
Coast.
to go somewhere warm.
I'd think so
I think
too.
he wants to go somewhere warm.
He's been spoiled in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, for
So.
sure. So I don't see him going to a cold team.
Yeah. Before we transition,
maybe the Chargers. I don't hate that either. If they're willing to put up the capital for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, just with Tampa Bay on the mind, they are kind of fumbling some of these negotiations with their players.
They're really falling apart over there, and it's crazy because just a couple of years ago, Tampa was
on the rise.
They were on the rise. They
Yeah.
were, I would have called them a powerhouse in
Yeah.
the NFC, especially in such a poor division. But because of how they've kind of fumbled this away, they've also allowed their other division members to really come up. I mean, Carolina's on the come up. I would say that
Carolina snatched that playoff spot from them last year.
Right, and I would say the same for the Saints, right? The Saints are in the middle of a rebuild. They were starting to look pretty good. And then
Atlanta won 4 in a row at the end of the year
right.
last year.
Atlanta made a lot of moves this offseason, and I just don't see the same from Tampa, and I think that they're going to have a big fall off this season.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Baker's going to have some huge fall off, but if you don't have the supporting casts,
right.
I mean, what can you do? Now, the other piece of that is that Tampa has had a lot of issues with injury. They've really struggled with injury, and so how much of that can you put on them? But then there's the front office issues that we're talking about right now. So that will tank an organization, and we've talked about this for years, and we're going to continue to talk about it probably through the rest of this season. That these front office issues will tank your organization.
And you're running it back with Todd Bowles, who's on the hot seat.
Right.
I mean, they started off last year.
And Todd Bowles is a good coach.
He's a good coach.
Don't get me wrong.
But, I mean, has he shown you enough to think that he's going to get you over the hump? Especially with the end of last year where they were leading that division handedly and they just shit down their leg and let Carolina take it from them.
They really fell apart towards the end of the season. But again, how much of that can we attribute to injury?
I think a good coach can keep the ship stable. In spite of that, look at Kyle Shanahan.
Damn straight, Kyle Shanahan, best coach in the NFL.
A way harder division.
Yep.
I mean, I think there are layers to this.
12-5?
12-5. Yeah, there are layers to. There are layers to blaming a season on injury and attributing the losses to the coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can look at the Cardinals. They were one of the most injured teams in the league. Jonathan Gannon still got fired. You win 3 games. Like how much can you justify that? So Todd Bowles, I mean, he's had a.
I mean, 3 games though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you justify that by you need a change of scenery. You need a new voice in the room. I think that's where Tampa Bay. If it was up to me, I think they would have gotten rid of Todd Bowles.
So what do you think it takes this season to get rid of Todd Bowles? And do you think that it happens early or at the end of the season?
I would say the most successful they could be with him still getting fired as a first-round exit. I think losing season, you get rid of him. Yeah.
You think a first round? So you think they make the playoffs and he still gets fired?
First-round exit, I would say so.
In this stacked of an NFC?
Yes.
Because I'm looking at them right now, and I think whoever comes out of that division is probably going to be the 4th seed.
Oh yeah. No, they're not. No, but I mean, also he's a defensive head coach. We're seeing a trend where these guys are
defensive head coaches just do not last. And I'm curious to see what happens with Robert Saleh, but Robert Saleh's brought in a really good supporting coaching staff.
Yeah, he has a good staff around him.
So that I think that makes all the difference there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough about Tampa Bay. We're going to move on to our very last segment of the show, and we're going to do another 17-0, but this time it's sleeper edition, baby. So just like before, 17-0, we are going to roll for the team and the season, and then we're going to see who does better. Right? Fantasy season's right around the corner. We were just talking about when our fantasy drafts are going to be. Miles and I, are you going to be, how many leagues are you going to be in? 2? Is that
So
one?
I'm in this fantasy league. We're doing the dynasty. That's 2, and then this not a fantasy, but I'm in a picks league.
Okay, and then I'll be in 3 myself.
That's usually less
two
than
of
you
them are
normally do, right?
It is. So I normally do probably about 4 is about where I try to cap it. I've done 5 and 6 before, and it is just brutal. I
No,
mean,
that's- yeah.
fantasy is so much work, and your teams really start to fall off. So
Yeah.
I try to cap it at 4, and if I can get it to 3, that's ideal. But I always end up falling into something. Somebody ends
Right.
up,
Dropping
texting me,
out,
calling
yeah.
me something, and I end up hopping into something last minute. So
Right.
but John, well, actually, Miles, would you like to go first?
Yes, Papa.
I've selected
Oh,
Miles
perfect.
first.
Oh, Miles on to Mike.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, John. Let's give it a big old roll. Chicago 2012. Ooh, Brandon Marshall was that guy.
Was that
He was that guy back in the day.
Matt Forte was also kind of
Matt
that
Forte
guy,
was good too.
Yeah.
And okay, so you can re-roll team and year,
Yes.
but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Brandon Marshall. I'll put him in the wide receiver.
Very nice. I'm jealous, actually. I loved Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, dude, he was a dog.
Yeah, he was.
Seattle 2002. I mean, fuck it. Roll the year. I'm going to try to get JSN.
Really? You're not
Yeah.
going to go for Sean Alexander? Dude, he was a monster.
I should.
That's crazy. You fucked up, dude.
I did. Well, that's cool.
Crazy, dude. You coulda had Sean Alexander.
I'll.
So Miles got Seattle in 2009, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're really trying to do
we-
better for the audio listeners.
Yeah, sorry. Can we go to tight end, please? We get 1 tight end spot. Blech. Wide receiver.
Nate Burleson, that's a Nevada boy.
He is. You know what? We'll go tight end. And we'll go John Carlson. I took a gamble and it is eating
that
me.
did not
It is
pay
eating
off.
my butt.
Dude, I can't believe you didn't take Sean Alexander.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, Ryan Fitz. Okay, so you got
Um,
Tennessee in 2013.
I'll take Chris Johnson.
Yeah, top
the-
options were Chris Johnson, Ryan
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick, and Jake Locker.
Yeah, and the running back.
Do you want? I didn't ask you the first time, but I'm superstitious, so I think it matters. Do you want him in the left or the right?
I'll put him in the right because it feels right.
Oh, what is that?
Interesting. I don't know.
They have a little love connection. Okay, so now we got Atlanta 2025. I mean, you got to take Bijan here. Bijan in the running back spot. I mean, it's the only one that makes sense. I mean, like Drake London's serviceable too, but I need to make up for my John Carlson mistake. Arizona, Kyler Murray, yes.
So Arizona in 2022?
Yeah, I mean this was 2022. I'm gonna go. Bleh. I'll go D Hop, wide receiver.
All right. So in Indianapolis in 2001.
I'm not gonna take Peyton Manning here.
What's wrong? You don't want to man up?
I mean, this is between Marvin Harrison and Edgerrin James. Now, I'll go Marvin Harrison in the flex. Would you have taken Edgerrin James in the
I would
flex?
have taken Peyton Manning because flex is just such a.
You still have a one-team role.
Yeah, 2011. I could get Brady. Let's team roll.
So you had Chicago in 2011. You're re-rolling.
Yeah,
the
I'm not
team
taking
here.
Jay Cutler. Cam Newton, let's go.
Oh, Cam Newton in 2011. That
Let's
is
go.
a
His
good
rookie
roll.
season, yeah. 13-4, not
Wow,
too
Miles,
shabby.
That is very good. So
John
Miles was
Carlson.
13-4.
John Carlson saved my season.
Let's see. You had
wonder what this is.
132.8 points per game.
That's pretty impressive. We need to know, like, what is this little
Oh,
connection going on here between John Carlson and Chris Johnson?
I think it's. Well, I don't don't know. It looks like the orange here is implying it's same draft, but
They were both drafted in
I don't know.
08.
I guess
Hmm.
that's the only thing that I can see that is
Or no,
connecting.
Yeah.
them. So you get a little +1 for that. That's kinda
Oh,
neat.
nice. All right.
very cool.
All right, Jared, are you
All right,
ready?
Jared, let's
Yeah,
build
young broadcaster. Let's
build
go.
your own 17 team. Let's go.
Remind me once we end the show to tell you what I wanted to type in.
I am really scared. Hate that you did it YUNG. Okay, what do we got here? We got Oakland in 2009. Great. So just the worst team fucking possibly ever.
What, you're saying you don't want Bruce Gradkowski?
Yeah, you know what? Let's just re-roll the team because there's no way that there's any Oakland anything that I want to be a part of. Oh, okay.
Chris Johnson.
Beautiful. So I got Tennessee in 2009, and we're going to take Chris Johnson at the running back spot.
He averaged 24.4 fantasy points that year.
Do you want the left or the right?
Miles put him in the right. Let's put him in the left.
Okay. I think that's a smart move.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Minnesota in 2002. Love this. Let's go Randy Moss in the wide receiver spot. Dang, Dante would not be bad either.
Left or right?
Let me think about this for a second.
Do you think he's going to get along with CJ, or do we need to keep him on the other side?
Yeah, they need to be at different lunch tables.
I think they're going to have to sit at different lunch tables for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
This is
so we
bad.
got Indy in 2021. I'm going to take Jonathan Taylor at the running back spot.
I think you want Ashton Dolan and his 2.7 points.
I think you want to shut the hell up. Let's see. All right, Houston in 2002.
Wasn't
yeah,
this
we're
the
gonna
year-
re-roll the year because
Oh, no,
David
no,
Carr
I'm
is
sorry.
still playing
Yeah.
for them. Ooh. Let's go.
I know who I would pick.
You're thinking Dalton Schultz.
We got Houston 2025.
Oh, Houston 2025.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we re-rolled the year here. I guess I could put Nico in the flex, but there's also the tight end spot that is going to need some love. Let's go Dalton Schultz in the tight end spot.
Yeah. He ain't got shit on John Carlson, though. So now Atlanta 2007. So now you're stuck with whatever you roll.
Yeah, no rerolls.
That's all right. You know what? Let's go with Roddy White in the wide receiver spot. He wasn't a bad wide receiver. 14.7 points per game. It's not great, but
You have Randy Moss.
yeah, we got Randy.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, man.
Philly 2024. Okay, but here's the
Okay.
dilemma. Do you want to take Jalen Hurts or put Saquon in your flex? Because you don't have the luxury of a reroll.
I'm going to put Saquon in the flex.
Oh, man.
Ooh, you're really rolling.
I'm
the dice in
risking
this
it. I'm risking it.
All right,
Let's
let's
hope.
see
All
what
right,
it
good
is.
quarterback. Come on, baby. Let's go.
Oh, you got a little synergy here.
Oh, okay. All right.
+1.
I'm so nervous.
Oh.
Oh.
Big Mason Rudolph, Pittsburgh
Oh,
2019.
That's tough, man.
Oh
That's
man,
really
that
tough.
is brutal. Who could I? But you know what? If I had still rolled this, would I get James Conner? Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been that much better. So let's go with Mason Rudolph, I guess, in the quarterback spot, and let's see how it comes out.
Oh, my God.
Gosh,
12 and
so
5.
close.
Beat you by 1 game.
Miles cooked me again. One game. You've beaten me. I think in all of these. The 82-0, 17-0.
Jesus, look at
Oh,
all the
whoa.
chemistry bonus you got here.
Dude,
that's
that's
what that is, Bob.
great.
Wait, scroll back down.
Plus chem.
Oh, it looks like I won't say that. But,
It looks like ovaries.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. You could say that. That's just
That's not what I was thinking. All right. We're good here, John.
Yeah.
Unless you would also.
Oh, John,
like to
John,
do-
I would love for you to
Okay,
run
so
one.
Here's the thing. When we do it for NBA, I have a decent amount of cursory knowledge so that I can make
Mhm.
some educated picks. When it comes to the NFL, I'm kind of shooting blind. So here's what I'm gonna do. I don't want any outside input. You guys are
Okay.
welcome to narrate what I'm choosing, but I want to test something because anybody that's ever played in a fantasy league knows that the people that come in and pick at random are often some of the best
It's
performers.
basically Miles from last season.
No.
That's
There was
basically Miles
strategy
from
there.
last
There was
season.
strategy.
No,
There was strategy.
It was absolutely not. So your name needs to be the John Father, though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's see it, John.
Okay, so you got Indianapolis 2009.
Not bad. Not bad.
You got Reggie Wayne, Peyton Manning, Dallas Clark.
Yeah, I love. Okay.
Okay, so John is going. Oh, second thought. Okay, Reggie Wayne.
I loved Peyton Manning there. I think that would have been a great quarterback
I did
pick.
too, actually, and I almost did it just for the bit because I made the joke earlier. But
Peyton Manning was a great quarterback.
Oh
man.
yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
you
hold
could
out
get
for a
somebody
better
with
one.
rushing upside.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hold out for a better QB.
Pittsburgh
Oh.
2005.
Ooh, could I just build the most problematic roster of all time?
You can do whatever you'd like, dude.
If you get San Francisco 2023, you gotta put Brandon Ayuk on there.
I'm gonna re-roll the year. I have Pittsburgh 2005. I'm gonna re-roll the year
Okay.
on this because I don't really like any of these.
Okay.
26. Oh my God,
man.
I'm
Okay,
Oh,
so
whoa,
you got,
whoa.
hold on, wait. You got 2016.
Pittsburgh 2016. Maybe one of
and
the
Le'Veon
best
Bell,
running
Antonio
backs
Brown.
in the league that year. No insight. I'm just
I've
narrating.
already gone with my select. I'm gonna
Go with your gut.
I'm
Go
gonna
with your gut.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Antonio Brown.
Okay.
No,
I like the problematic
yeah.
aspect.
I'm
Ben
going for
Roethlisberger was also
0
accused of some bad crimes.
He was, but I literally re-rolled because I didn't.
Yeah.
That's why I said it because he popped up and I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know, I remember.
He was the quarterback there for a long time. You
Yeah, he
could
was.
re-roll Pittsburgh for a while and probably
Yeah,
still
you'd get him
Big
again.
Ben.
Oh, I'm gonna take Matthew Stafford.
Detroit 2016.
I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Megatron retired by that time, right? Yeah.
Okay, so Atlanta in 2006.
Oh,
wow.
I'm
Michael
so
Vick. Oh, wow. Yeah,
That-
you really
that
could
would have
You
been-
could add Michael Vick.
Oh,
blew it.
Atlanta.
That's too bad.
2006. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, you did kind of blow that one. I'm not gonna lie.
well, you could re-roll it. Oh, wait, no, you can't.
I could re-roll the team, but I mean,
It's up to you, man.
I'll take yeah. You know what? Screw it. We'll re-roll the team. Who else is good in 2006?
Baltimore, not Baltimore. Baltimore was not good in 2006. So
All right, so all of these are pretty bad. So I'm just gonna go off of vibes. Like whoever's name sounds the coolest to me. I'm gonna take Todd Heap in the tight end because I feel like his last name is indicative of the value that he brings to the team. He brings heaps of value.
heaps of value. All right, watch John blow. us
Heaps
both
and
out of the
bounds.
water.
I know. Oh my God, and he's connected to Reggie Wayne. Tampa Bay 2003.
Well, I gotta start taking running back, so I'll take Michael Pittman.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And was it 98?
Superstitious about right and left side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I might as well put him over here. I like the color scheme better on
Mhm.
this side. So
Arizona 2010.
Ooh.
Now this was after their little heyday run.
I'm gonna take Larry Fitzgerald in my flex spot.
Good
Safe
choice.
bet, man. That guy
Good
never
choice.
drops a ball.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and you got another little connection there. Look, but that one's purple.
Oh yeah, what is
Interesting.
that?
What does the purple mean? Okay,
well,
so Dallas 1999. That
Yeah.
dude, that is a great.
I mean,
That's a great pull. Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
Dallas 1999.
Oh, that was
10 and
terrible.
7.
10 and 7. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but he could have had Michael
Honestly,
Vick, bro.
The Emmett
I
Smith
know,
one
I
probably
could've had
saved
Michael
you.
Vick. I'm a little upset about that. I'm a big fan of his cold medicine, Vicks.
I don't think that those two things correlate.
Oh well,
Vicks
know,
Vapor Rub.
it is.
I think he's got a dog food out there though.
Oh, yeah.
or something like that.
You're sure you're
right?
not thinking of Roethlisberger?
No. I think he's running a massage parlor these days or something like that. All right, let's finish up the show here, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and remember, your fantasy team will survive an auto draft, but your insurance premiums won't survive a DUI. Drink responsibly, and we'll see you next week.